Have you ever wondered how you can truly embrace your strengths without falling victim to arrogance? Or how to face your weaknesses without letting them defeat you? Welcome back to our channel, Downfall to Rise. According to the timeless teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, the answer lies in balance. Marcus Aurelius didn't just see strengths as something to boast about, nor weaknesses as flaws to despise. Instead, he viewed them both as part of a larger process: personal growth and self-mastery. 1. Understanding the nature of strengths and weaknesses. In Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius often reminds us that everything, including our strengths and weaknesses, is part of nature. He believed that strengths are tools given to us, and weaknesses are challenges meant to shape our character. Both are integral to our development. Strength is the ability to adapt to what happens to you. This quote by Marcus is a powerful reminder that our strengths are not just about physical power or mental capacity, but about our ability to adapt and respond effectively to circumstances. On the flip side, weaknesses aren't something to fear or avoid. Weaknesses reveal where you need to grow. They are like mirrors, reflecting areas where you lack discipline or wisdom. Recognizing your weaknesses is the first step to becoming a more resilient and balanced individual. 2. The importance of knowing yourself. One of the core principles of Stoicism is self-awareness. To effectively manage both your strengths and weaknesses, you must first understand who you are. Marcus Aurelius constantly emphasized the idea of knowing yourself. He believed that we often hide from our weaknesses or overestimate our strengths. But to live with virtue, we must be honest with ourselves. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This is an essential quote from Marcus Aurelius that applies here. Instead of debating your strengths and weaknesses or comparing yourself to others, focus on living virtuously. Your strengths should serve others, and your weaknesses should be embraced as opportunities for growth. A great exercise is self-reflection. Take a moment each day to examine your actions, decisions, and behavior. This practice will allow you to gain clarity on what you're truly good at and where you need to improve. 3. Balance between confidence and humility. Dealing with strengths requires humility, and dealing with weaknesses demands confidence. This balance is a central teaching of Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. This gratitude helps us maintain humility when we succeed. Your strengths are a privilege, not an entitlement. They exist to serve a higher purpose, whether it's helping others or improving the world around you. When you understand this, you're less likely to fall into the trap of arrogance. At the same time, when confronting your weaknesses, confidence is key. Acknowledge your weaknesses, but don't allow them to define you. Marcus believed that self-discipline and effort are the remedies to overcoming any weakness. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In other words, external weaknesses may exist, but they cannot affect your internal power unless you allow them to. 4. Using strengths to improve weaknesses. One of the most effective ways to deal with weaknesses is to leverage your strengths. Marcus Aurelius advocated using reason and logic, natural strengths we all possess, to navigate life's challenges. Let's say you struggle with impatience, a weakness. If one of your strengths is self-control, you can use that strength to develop patience by actively practicing restraint in frustrating situations. Marcus's philosophy was built on the idea that virtue is the highest good. By focusing on virtues like courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance, you can use the strengths you already have to improve areas of weakness. 5. Embrace weakness as a path to growth. In Stoicism, there is no concept of bad weaknesses. Instead, weaknesses are viewed as teachers. Marcus Aurelius advised, The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is one of the most profound Stoic lessons for dealing with weakness. Rather than running away from your weaknesses or feeling ashamed of them, Marcus believed we should face them head-on. In doing so, we grow stronger. The very things that challenge you are the things that shape you. This idea connects to the modern concept of a growth mindset. The belief that challenges and setbacks are opportunities for learning, not indications of failure. Marcus's teachings align perfectly with this, emphasizing that we should view our weaknesses not as limits, but as opportunities for self-improvement. 6. Avoid over-identifying with strengths or weaknesses. Another key to dealing with strengths and weaknesses, according to Marcus Aurelius, is avoiding over-identification with either. If you become too attached to your strengths, you risk developing an inflated ego. On the other hand, if you fixate on your weaknesses, you can easily become discouraged and stagnant. Marcus often wrote about the impermanence of all things, including human abilities. Everything is ephemeral, he said. Your strengths may serve you now, but they can diminish over time. Your weaknesses may hold you back, but they can also transform into strengths through effort and practice. The lesson here is not to define yourself solely by your strengths or weaknesses. Instead, view them as temporary qualities that can evolve. 7. Focus on what you can control. One of the most important Stoic principles is focusing on what you can control. When it comes to strengths and weaknesses, this is crucial. Marcus Aurelius taught that while we cannot control all external circumstances, we can always control our attitude and actions. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you have a weakness, such as procrastination, you may not be able to change it overnight, but what you can do is control how you respond to it. Start with small steps. Set a goal, create a routine, and stick to it. In time, this approach will help you transform your weaknesses into manageable challenges. Similarly, if you have a strength, like leadership, focus on how you can use it to contribute positively to the people around you. A strength used selfishly will soon lose its value, but when used for the greater good, it amplifies and becomes a source of fulfillment. 8. Practice Stoic reflection to balance strengths and weaknesses. Marcus Aurelius often engaged in self-reflection, which is one of the most powerful Stoic tools for balancing strengths and weaknesses. By reflecting on your actions, thoughts, and emotions, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Each evening, take time to ask yourself, did I use my strengths wisely today? Did I allow my weaknesses to dictate my actions? How can I improve tomorrow? This reflective practice is at the heart of Stoicism. It allows you to hold yourself accountable, celebrate your strengths without pride, and address your weaknesses without shame. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on Stoicism and how it can transform your life.